What's up? Welcome to another video. So today we're going to review the 2021 Road Glide CVO. If you've watched any of the other videos, I'm sure by now you can tell I get a little more excited about some bikes versus others. And that's just because, like you, some bikes speak to me, whereas the others don't. And since I don't work for Harley, I don't speak for Harley, I don't even speak for Timms Harley Davidson, the dealership that lets us come in and make these review videos, I'm able to be very unbiased on my opinions. So this one got me super excited, but it almost didn't happen. So this bike is actually sold. The gentleman's coming to pick it up tomorrow. So fortunately, we are going to be able to do a review, a walk around of the bike. We're not going to be able to do the normal test ride. Not a huge deal. One thing I did want to note though is I was talking to the guy, I was here yesterday when he bought it. We were talking, and not only did he buy the bike, he bought the 131 cubic inch upgrade for this bike, as well as a bunch of other parts, but I kind of zoned out when he said 131. So I don't remember what all he's doing to this bike. I know he's doing bars and some other stuff, and I will make a video when he brings the bike back to do all those parts. And I say when he brings it back because if you're not aware, Harley doesn't have a tuner for the 2021 bikes yet. That's supposed to be, I think, around mid-March. So he's going to take it, ride it, enjoy it, put some miles on it, and then when the tuner's here and the rest of the parts, he's going to bring it back and let Timms do their thing with it. So I'll keep you guys updated on when to expect that video, but I will make a cool video around the transformation this bike goes through. That said, let's jump into the review. So this is the bronze armor colorway. It also comes in sunset orange, sunset black fade, as well as a black hole option. Now, I think the black hole option is probably my favorite colorway for this year. And one thing I noticed was it's the only one out of the three colors that doesn't come with the stretch bags. Now, I haven't seen any reason why Harley has done this, or I haven't seen them say why they've done it, rather. The only thing I could assume, and I've seen others speculate, is because of that colorway, it looks more of like a performance bagger. So maybe they're going non-stretch bags. No performance baggers have the stretch bags. So that's been the only thing I could think of. But we'll jump into the review and walk around of this particular bike. We always start with the tank badge. I like this. It looks really good. The font is good. The sizing is good. I kind of feel like I would have wanted to see paint on this, but the contrast where it just kind of sticks off, I like that. It looks nice. CVO dash is what it is. Same thing with the flush mount gas cap. Everything up here looks the same. Wait a second. No, it doesn't. You now have Rockford Fosgate audio coming factory on your CVOs. We've cranked this thing up pretty good, and the audio is crispy. Now, I haven't been out on the highway to test it out, but I found just, you know, your ultra classics and stuff, that 4-speaker setup was plenty fine at highway speeds with a helmet on. So I'm sure this is going to be the same. Let's go ahead and jump to the most controversial part of this bike, this wheel. So I've been on some forums, I've been on Reddit and some other places. Guys either really love this wheel or they really hate this wheel. So it's a spoke wheel, a tubeless design. I really like this wheel, but initially I was thinking I don't like it on this bike. And when I say that, I mean I do like it on this bike, but to me, in my head, the CVO guy wants a mag wheel. And that could be a misconception. And where I get that is if you take a look around the dealership real quick and you look at, like, you know, what's coming with spokes, not to say these aren't nice bikes by any means, because clearly they are, but it's like they want to put mag wheels on the nicer bikes. So, although if you went and asked me, you know, out of all the wheels in this whole dealership, which wheel would I want if I bought this green CVO Road Glide, I would absolutely pick that wheel every time. I love that wheel. One thing is I'm not 100% sure. I think this may come on the Pan America as well. Now, if that's the same exact wheel, I think some guys are gonna have some stuff to say about that, just with that being an off-road based bike, that they put the same type wheel on a CVO. You know, people are going to want to pick that apart. But like I said, man, I'm a fan of that wheel. I think it looks good. I think it fits this bike. So I say, yeah, it was a win. I just feel like it was a bold move for Harley Davidson to put this wheel on this bike. Now, it's come with this, I don't know, I guess it's called like a chin spoiler, if you will, in the past, but I really like that. I wish all the Road Glides came with that, and I'm typically not the kind of person that likes stuff like that. I just feel like on the Road Glide, it makes it look really, really good. So you did get the smaller engine guard. Boy, you guys got upset when I called that a crash bar. So actually, you know what? You did get the smaller crash bar. We're going to keep going with crash bar. I don't care. That's how I grew up saying it. That's what we call it. That's what most people that come around the dealership call it. So you did get the smaller crash bar on this one. Another thing that I thought was interesting was this windshield. Again, a very bold move. So I do like this windshield. I think that super low profile, little bitty windshield looks great on this bike. Now let's be honest, it's doing absolutely positively nothing for knocking down wind, but I think you know that by looking at it. I mean, look, it barely sticks off the fairing there. So I think you know that that's the case, and you're going for looks, which is fine. So again, bold move on Harley's part, but I like that decision. Another thing I thought was interesting is when you spend $40,000 on a Harley, it warrants a hill shifter. I'm not a fan of the hill shifter. I take it off all of my bikes, but a lot of you have noticed that the touring bikes no longer come with the hill shifter. Well, if you spend $40,000, you now get a hill shifter. So I guess that's what the hill shifter is worth. If this is your first time seeing a Road Glide, we'll just do all the quick stuff. Oh, here we've got some keys. So this is what your key fob looks like for the CVO. Pretty nice. Got your little pop-out key, the barrel key there. Your lock and unlock buttons, which are also, let me put these up. I don't want to drop his keys or scratch his bike. Which you can also lock and unlock up here, your saddlebags and stuff. So the CVO has the really nice gauges, really nice screen, painted inner fairing. Obviously, you've got another storage compartment over here, USB port where you can charge your phone, you can play your music. Obviously, you could Bluetooth your music over as well. And I've found that this charging port, for some reason, for me, was really slow. Like, it basically kept my battery from going down, but it never brought my phone up. I don't know if that was just my phone or what. Moving to the back, you do have the stretch bags. As expected, you get the nice tips that kind of match the rest of the collection on this bike. So your hand grips, your floorboards, your brake pedal, and don't worry, I'm going to clean his floorboard back off before we roll this bike out. I don't think the mirrors are part of that collection, but they are unique to this CVO. The really nice seat, feels good, looks great. I really like this extra stitching in here. Inside your saddlebags, if you've never seen CVO saddlebags, you get like an extra bag that fits the shape of the saddlebag. So if you're going to carry luggage, it just makes sense, because I find myself like carrying non-bag shaped bags in these bags and ended up having to shove them in. You do get a bike cover. That's stuff to care for the seat. Like, you get a lot of stuff when you buy a CVO, as you should. Should be the same thing in the other bag. I mean, just, yeah, it's your bag, your intercom, your manual. There's your amp for your radio back there. If you've never seen these are for your charger. So you just pull this off, and you can put it on your trickle charge when it's in your garage. Good idea when it's cold. I mean, it's a good idea in general, just when you park your bike, to plug it up, but especially when it's cold to do that. Keep your battery healthy. So overall, I'm a big fan of this bike. I can't really knock it for anything. And you know, I had to look at it. LED turn signals in this one, which I've knocked Harley for every other bike they've done LED headlights on, but no LED turn signals. This is a bad bike. And just imagine, in probably 2 months from now, it'll have the 131, it'll have some bigger bars and whatever else he decides to do by then. But leave me a comment, let me know your thoughts on this bike. If you like the wheel, if you like the color option, which color option was your favorite? Would you buy a CVO and instantly change the motor? Let me know, guys. Thanks for watching.